Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Anymore. The memories in my pockets and corns on the floor. And all I smell is smoke, and all I ever see is a look in your eyes. Well, the look in your eyes for your life. Come to my side for your life. Take me from here for your life. Open up your heart. Let me hear your voice. Let me sing for your life. Come to my side. Oh, take me from here. Open up your heart. Let me hear your voice. Let me hear you sing. Oh, let me hear you sing. Let me hear you sing. Come to my side. Take me from here. Open up your heart. Let me hear your voice. Let me hear you sing. For your life, come to my side. Oh, take me from here. Open up your heart.
It's Calexico live on KEXP, playing tonight at the Neptune Theater.
This next song is called Under the Wheels, and the music is written by Sergio Mendoza over here on the keyboards and that keyboard. And you want to start it off? with your head bent down, complacent in a sedated state. I wanted to hear what you had to say, but there was too much talking over each other. Missing piece of my full heart to break when the tide, when the fighting starts. Powers down and the town goes dark when words fail, we scatter under the waves of the war machine. Always someone else's scheme. Show me a sign when the world falls apart. From the core to the steam, there's a thread in the sea. Listen to see. All the way in, they're totally gone. The panic button is dead to me now. And then you fake with your overcoat, but somehow you manage to stay afloat. Defy the system and avoiding the hours to stay real hid. Surrender the words while the lovers leap out of them to the infinite sea of the war regime. Always someone else's scheme. Show me a sign when the world falls apart. Coming together from all of the corners of the night. From the core to the seas, for the blessing received. For the blessing received. Walking around with your head bent down, complacent in a sedated state. I wanted to hear what you had to say, but it was too much talking anyways. I'm missing pieces of my full heart to break in the tide when the fighting starts. Powers down and the town goes dark when words fail, we scatter under the wheels of the war machine. Always someone else's key. Show me a sign when the world falls apart. Coming together from all of the corners of the night. From the core to the sea, for the blessing we see. From the core to the sea, for the present we see. For the present we see. For the present we see.
Ooh, so good. Calexico live here on KEXP. The new album, The Thread That Keeps Us, just came out this past January. The new 9th album they are playing tonight at the Neptune Theater. And we're so happy to have you here. Joey, the last time you played for KEXP was actually for one of our new home benefits. You were nice enough to play at the Robert Lang Studio in Shoreline for a small group of donors to help build this new home that we're in right now. So Thank you so much for doing that. We're excited that you're in this room right now.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks
for inviting us.
Of course. And the new album is so good. And the last record you did, Edge of the Sun, you recorded in Mexico, but this new one you recorded in California. Can you talk about the recording experience there, where you did it, and how the landscape sort of shaped this record?
Sure. I mean, really, it's mostly just about the process, I think, of kind of losing, all that you're used to and kind of starting over and trying to hit the reset button. And, it gets pretty hot right about this time of year in Tucson, Arizona. So not only was it great just to go to an amazing studio, which is right in Stinson Beach in Northern California. The studio is called the Panoramic House, and it is just that. It's a panoramic view. John was looking out over the Pacific, and I was looking at him watching the Pacific. So, yeah, it was fun. And the studio is run by the editor of Tape Op magazine, John Bacigalupi, and our good friend Craig Schumacher, who went there with us. We wanted to all kind of just huddle up. And so Scott Kohlberg on the bass joined us, and John and I, we just kind of just camped out, and we stayed there, and we ate there. We could take walks to the ocean. And for me, it was really crucial to kind of feel like, being in a good space, inspiring songs, and then also just being, in a place where it is cool enough to want to stay up late and working.
Mm-hmm. And it really reflects in the album. The lyrics, though, have sort of an immediacy of... they feel like things are ending and you're running away from things. Do the current events in the U.S. and the world right now, did that shape the lyrics of this album at all?
What current events? What are you talking about? I thought it was just cable news, or cable. Just thought it was cable. No, of course. I mean, it's so much. And I think that's kind of what kind of led to some of the lyrics on this next song that we'll play in a bit. It feels like we're in this age of the extremes.
Yeah.
How does it feel for you up here in Seattle?
It definitely feels that way, too.
Yeah.
I think it feels that way everywhere. It's a different experience everywhere, though, because, of course, in Seattle, we have all this big business and getting priced out of the city.
I think that's a big part of what's happening. Mm-hmm. And, we don't need to get into it, but certainly it affects all of us in whatever capacity, whether you have kids and family, it's just, you start thinking about it. And I think that we're all starting to get a sense of it and trying to do what we can individually. So one of the things that we started doing is just eliminating plastic water bottles on stage. So we all carry our own canteen, and it works really well when you go back home, because when it's really hot, you have an insulated canteen and you have cool water the whole day.
Yeah, that's awesome. And in this time of anxiety and things changing, how do you think music plays a role in helping people get through that?
It's medicine.
Yeah.
And it's a gateway kind of medicinal thing that we all need. And whether it's, minuscule in our lives or in a bigger context, whether it really takes us out and away from, all things that are, difficult, and kind of opens us up to looking at things in a different perspective. That's my takeaway. We have a band that's got a lot of different background, like Martin Vank is from Berlin, Germany over there. We have other musicians that are from various countries around the world. And of course, being from the Southwest, there's a lot of themes that are coming up in the news that are really just kind of internal and ancient, and we just kind of need to get over these blinders, I call them.
Yeah. And when you're touring around the country, does it feel different in each city that you play in or in each region of the U.S.?
A little bit, yeah. I still think that there is a fair amount of regionalism, which is great, which is what you want, right? You want to feel like you're in New Orleans. You want to feel like you're in New York City or Seattle. You don't want to feel like you're in the same place. But if you go outside of the city, then it kind of it tends to feel and look the same. And that's what I think hopefully will change in the future.
Yeah. And speaking of things changing, your second album, The Black Light, just had its 20th anniversary this past month. How have things changed since that record came out and since this new one, The Thread That Keeps Us?
Musically speaking?
Yeah.
Well, I think that there's a little bit more confidence, and we certainly, we had a great time making that record, and I think it shows. And hopefully there is a thread to all this too, in what we do. And I mean, we are the same people, and at times it doesn't feel like we're really changing things up too much, but maybe there are little shifts here and there. And I think, as a fan myself of bands, I like seeing that kind of slow evolution.
Mm-hmm. And how has the industry itself changed since then?
Well, it's changed quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some of it is good, but a lot of it is sort of depressing.
Really?
Yeah, I need coffee to get through the depressing moments. A lot of coffee.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, and I try not to dwell on it too much, although I'm sure some of my friends in the other room are shaking their heads like, nope, he dwells on it too much.
Oh.
But, I mean, I have faith, and again, I'm a dad, and a lot of us are fathers in this room, and I'm banking on that things are going to get better.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find ways that I can do things better. So one of the things I'm doing as well is I'm trying to encourage my community where I live. I think that's the best thing that we can do is just like focus on where you live. And so in Arizona, there's a lot of hope for some changes in just in the environment, socially, politically, you name it. And I think that we're all here kind of doing the same thing. We want a better place.
Yeah. And speaking of being a father and your kids, the last time you were here, you said you wanted to work on a children's album. Did anything come of that?
Well, one of my favorite songs off the album was co-written by my twin daughters, Twyla and Genevieve. If you're watching out there, hi. Good job. I love you. Keep it up.
So you got your one children's song so far.
Yeah, we got to start somewhere,
Awesome.
One step at a time.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to hear a couple more songs from you.
Okay. Well, thanks so much, Morgan. It's really nice chatting with you.
Thanks. You too.
You're awesome.
You're welcome.
We're gonna play "End of the World" with you, and you guys should really check out what Martin Vank is doing. He brought a lot of great parts to this new record, and I just want to say publicly, Martin, you're doing an awesome job. Really great, and everyone else is too. Can I announce the band really quick
yes,
too?
Yes, please.
Okay,
course.
so on the drums, John. It's
Yes.
John Convertino. He lives in El Paso. Sergio over here, Sergio Mendoza, is from Nogales, Arizona, and Sonora, Mexico. And he's doing a lot of great projects. A lot of these guys have their own bands and projects, and they're all amazing. Mm-hmm. Jacob Valenzuela on trumpet and the vibes and vocals. Martin Vank on the guitar and trumpet and things. Brian Lopez is joining us. He's awesome. He's got his own band as well. He's playing guitar and singing. And Scott Kohlberg on the bass. There's about 7 of us. And on this very last song, our friend Sean Rogers is going to come in and join us on Shakers.
Excellent.
All right.
Thank you all so much for being here.
Yeah, you bet.
Someone she can trust with
Calexico live on KEXP. Joey, can I ask you about a lyric in that last song real quick?
Sure.
So that song was End of the World with You. You say, a crater full of wisdom in James Terrell's eyes. Is that the artist, the light artist, James Terrell?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite art exhibits I've ever seen, is James Terrell when he was at the Henry. He has a permanent installation at the Henry Art Gallery at the University of Washington.
Yeah.
What do you,
excuse me. Sorry.
how
I had
did-
a Bobby Brady moment there.
Oh, that's good.
How about that? Still
How
growing.
did
Still
he get
growing.
involved in that song? How'd you,
Because he's awesome.
Yeah.
Really, he's a big inspiration. Less is more.
Mm-hmm.
Look up for inspiration for, and then just framing what is so common every day, just the sky above. And I think that it takes a lot of, a lot of time and wisdom. And so he's also got the Rodin Crater in Arizona, which I'm excited to eventually go visit or see, or hopefully it'll be finished. I'm not sure where it's at. James, write us in.
Yeah.
Tell us what's going on. But yeah, I just like the idea that there's, your eye is kind of like a crater or like an orb. So
Yeah, he has
Had a-
one of those Oculus buildings at the Henry Art Gallery. If you haven't seen it, you should go. It's awesome.
I would love to. I would love to see as much James Terrell as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much. We're going to play one more song. And is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, love
I
to
like-
hear another song.
I like talking. But music's cool too.
We can keep talking.
Okay. We can talk afterwards.
Okay.
We'll go get a coffee or something.
Yeah, that sounds good.
What song are we going to do? Another Space, right?
Yeah.
This song is sort of about time travel.
Cool.
Hopefully it is going to be cool.
Reading in the garden, winter's late. It's heating up, yeah, on the fire escape. Following the money, following the trail. Falling too deep, no turning back. In another time, in another space, in another way, we'll get back to this. In another time, in another space, in another way, we'll get back to this. In another time, in another space, in another way, we'll get back to this. In another time, in another space, in another way, we'll get back to this. Back to this space. Back to this space. Could be scars seen from above. It's not a window you're jumping out of. From the airspace to the satellites, driven to disaster, and then you're losing your eyes. Take a look at the wall, take a look at the map. Make us clean sweet the future, present and past. In another time, in another space, in another way, get back to this. In another time, in another space, in another way, get back to this. In another time, in another space, in another way, get back to this. In another time, in another space, in another way, get back to this. Back to this space. Back to this space. another time, in another space, in another way, we'll get back to this. In another time, in another space, in another way, we'll get back to this. In another time, in another space, in another way, we'll get back to this. In another time, in another space, in another way, we'll get back to this. In another time, in another space, in another way, we'll get back to this. In another time, in another space, in another way, we'll get back to this. In another time, in another space, in another way, we'll get back to this. In another time, in another space, in another way, we'll get back to this.
Holy cuss word, that was good. Calexico live on KEXP, rocking the theremin over there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you got to keep your eye on Martin.
That was awesome.
Martin's...
Yeah, you told me to watch him, and then I did.
Okay,
and
good.
it paid off.
Yeah, I'm so glad. This is a lot of fun. Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for playing here. That was amazing. The new album is The Thread That Keeps Us, playing tonight at the Neptune Theater, and then off to Salt Lake City on Monday, I believe. And then you're heading to Europe in July and August, right?
Yeah, we're going to be playing the Acropolis this summer.
Holy crap.
I know.
Have you ever done that?
No.
Man, bucket list.
Yeah,
I didn't even
I know.
know that was on a bucket list, but
It's bizarre.
check.
There's a lot of other great places too, but that is a big one.
Yeah.
It's going to be this summer in Greece,
Yeah.
octopus everywhere. It's going to be awesome.
Like a giant kraken?
Yeah, we're just going to try to build one.
That's the new M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah.
Is a kraken at the Acropolis. That is hard to say.
I think we need to go with our notebooks and get some coffee and write down the
Yeah.
next movie idea and just submit it to midnight.
I agree. We're going to take this offline. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Thank you to Calexico for playing. That was amazing. And more music on the way right here on the station where the music matters, 90.3 FM, KEXP, Seattle.
Yay.
Yay! Discover new music at listenerpoweredkexp.org.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?